What's good, chat? What's good, chat? Welcome to Hatcher's Kitchen Juice Edition, where we are going to be making some fresh juice today. It's like one of the things I love to do because all the juices that you typically find have a crap ton of added sugar, not really the best health option for you. But today, we are switching it up. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream, everybody. So, what we're gonna do is take some apples, some lemons, some pineapple, and we're going to juice it. I also got a little bit of ginger over here that we're gonna add in just for that nice little bite. And yeah, let's get it popping. So I have this juicer right here. This is my trusty friend. We've been through some things together, and it always takes care of me. I take care of it. It takes care of me. That's how this whole thing happens in this kitchen. So we're gonna get started. Let's break down what this juicer does. So we're gonna put the fruit in here or in here. It just depends on how big I cut it. If it can fit straight through here, easy money. Then it goes straight down, and then it goes into this chamber where it pushes the fruit down and starts juicing it. And then this chamber will start to fill up with the juice. And then we will take this and catch the juice in here. And then we will catch like the pulp and everything that's gonna get pushed out. It's gonna come right through here, and we're gonna collect it, and we're gonna have some juice. Okay? Okay? All right, let's get this thing popping. So, typically, y'all know how much of a fan I am of my own knife, right? I know I just love knives. But because this knife is not really suited for going through tough skin like pineapples and things like that, I'm going to use my old trusty friend. This was like my number one knife until Hachiko showed up. So, we're going to take it back for old time's sake and bring back this one. So let's see, what do we want to do first? We can start with the pineapple. Let's just do the pineapple. And typically the juice, when cutting the fruit and stuff like that, it can get real messy. I just like to put a paper towel down just because it's a little bit cleaner for cleanup, right? And what you can do with this pineapple after you cut through it, and don't worry, I had already rinsed this, soaked all the fruits and stuff like that so that they're clean. Did it beforehand just because y'all don't need to wait and sit here and watch me wait for some fruit to be clean. Nah, we just did that beforehand. So what we're gonna do is just take this on top. I'm just gonna put that right there. We're gonna cut it at the bottom. Cool. It smells so sweet. Actually, I'm gonna move this off. And then we're just gonna cut around the sides, right? So we just wanna take this outside skin off of this pineapple just because we don't need that in our juicer. We're not gonna get anything from this. So you wanna try to keep it as close to the outside as possible without cutting too much off of your fruit, because the more fruit that you cut off, the less juice you're gonna have. So yeah, we did that. I'm gonna take this and throw these little items away. And then I'm going to take the pineapple and we're gonna cut on the sides of the core, right? We're gonna cut right here, we're gonna cut right here, we're gonna cut right here, and we're gonna cut right here. So then we're left with a square core. And you can use that square core, you can put it in, actually this is exactly what I'm gonna do with it. I have this big old thing that I use for water that I put in my refrigerator so you can just get flavored water. So you can take what you have left over, like this pineapple core, and you can flavor your water with it. So I take like lemons, I take lime, I take pineapple cores, things like that, put it in my water and get some flavored water so you can switch it up while you're hydrating throughout the day. But let's get back to this pineapple. We're gonna cut through this thing and get juicing. Cool. What I'm actually gonna do is put this to the side. And I'll use it later for my water. Alright, but like I said, we're gonna go through this. Actually, I'm just gonna throw this away. You can actually take this and plant this. I saw like this little piece of it. I think they said like take this off like this, and then you're like supposed to plant it in the ground, and then you're supposed to be able to plant pineapples. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. But fun fact, you can do that. So what I'm gonna do is take pineapple, cut them in strips so that I can feed them in my juicer real easy. Put this one straight down here. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side. Let's see a little bit of skin that I missed. Cut that off. And we can start. So I'm gonna switch this on. This is where the magic starts happening. Hopefully I'm a little smaller now. I did. So this is just gonna keep going. And as you see, like I told you, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Stuff comes out the front, the stuff that's being discarded as the fruit is being pushed down through the channel. This well starts to fill up. And honestly, like I really suggest getting a juicer just because you can juice fruits, you can juice veggies, you can juice a lot of different things. And like I said before, all of the juices nowadays have a whole bunch of added sugar and things like that in it. And this is just a much healthier option to get your juice in. It takes a little bit more time, but it's a lot more beneficial for you. Squeeze that in there. So then let's move on to our apples. Apples are real fun because it's a lot of work for like a little bit. But it's the same thing. You're gonna take those cores, have those little pieces. Just gotta make sure they fit. So I cut them up real little, just so I know that they'll go through. Sounds crazy. Yes, you can boil things today too. Welcome in. But yeah, you can use things in a lot of different ways. You can reuse things in a lot of different ways to make things better for your kitchen. I'm just gonna lock in real quick to start busting these down. It's making me need to sharpen my nail. I haven't sharpened this knife in a minute just because I haven't really been using it. And the apples that I'm using today, these are Fiji apples. So they have like a nice sweetness to them. And then if they get stuck up here, like in this little chamber, you got this little thing to push it down. Just get it going again. There it goes. And I learned that it turns this way in there. So if you put the soft piece to the side it's turning towards, then it'll break down the fruit because there's like a little wheel in there. I'll show you after. but I noticed that just because things were getting stuck in there, and I would have to like really push down to get the juice to keep flowing, I guess. See, like right here, we got that. Turn it that way. It's all good. Yeah, but like juice is a great thing to have in the mornings when you wake up. It's like a really good thing to help start your stomach for the day. Um, it's also like a little treat that I use. Like today, I went out and cut the grass. Like I came back and I was really tempted to hit up this watermelon juice that I made earlier today. So I had some leftover watermelon too. I did this whole thing earlier today, whole thing with watermelon juice. But I mean, honestly, juice can be used for so many things. They can be mixers and drinks. Like I'll take juice, and if it tastes really good, like I'll even make a cocktail out of it. Flavor of margarita, whatever you want to. You really going crazy? Well, I don't know. Spin this thing so it doesn't overflow. But yeah, another quick pointer about juicing. As you may know, but may not think about, different vegetables have different moisture content. So you're gonna get a lot more juice out of things like watermelon, pineapple, things like that. And I think I used maybe like a quarter of a watermelon to get that whole thing of juice. So I did watermelon and I did lemon in there, just because I like to have a little bit of citrus to my juices, just because I like sour things. So, yeah. Keep it pushing. Almost done too. It's fantastic. See, like juicing is really easy. It's the cleanup that you really got to get used to. Cause I used to hate cleaning up a juicer, just because of like, how tedious the cleanup could be. But once you do it a couple times, it's really not that bad. It's not that intimidating anymore. Cause I mean, honestly, what you yield is worth it. You get all of that juice for like 30 to 45 minutes worth of work, and it's so much healthier for you. So you take these apples, put them in there. And what I typically like to do is take a little bit of lemon while I'm doing the apples, just because the apples, they can turn or color, and then your juice will actually turn that color too. I learned that. So I would typically juice the apples and then throw a lemon in there, in between, just so that it can keep its color.
That's also kind of why I let it go a little earlier too, instead of just letting it churn in there by itself. I let it go because of the acid from the pineapple. It's kind of going to do the same thing as the lemon, preserve the color. But yeah, just cut the lemon up into quarters. You can do the seeds, it's going to shoot out. And honestly, I think I might need to dump that right now. Okay. So another little trick that I like to do with the juicing is I like to take the juice that I just did right here, and then I like to throw it through another strainer, like a really fine strainer, just because like you have a lot of pulp in this. You can have a lot of pulp in it sometimes, and depending on what you're juicing, if the pulp is in there, it can change the taste of the juice. So I like to put it through like another little strain. Just because you're gonna get some better quality juice. So just let it go out. Shake it a little bit. You need to roll it around. But yeah, you can definitely take it straight like this. There's no problem. I don't really like a lot of pulp in my stuff, so I do this. Okay, so you kind of see what's left in there, some pulp and some foam and stuff like that. And all you gotta do is just rinse it really. I'll just leave that to the side real quick. And then I'll just dump this right now too. And then we're back to juicing. We'll put another lemon in there. And you want to try to get as much of the rind off as well too. Especially if you're going to juice limes. Honestly, I would just supreme it. If you're talking about limes, but lemons are straight. So yeah, a couple of these lemons in there. And then we'll get back with the apples, just because I want it to retain its color. Look at that. Are working. That's that. And then the best way to peel ginger is with a spoon. What you gotta do is just take the ginger, put a spoon on the side of it. It feels so easy. you don't need a lot of ginger. A little bit of ginger goes a long way. So I'm gonna put this whole thing in there. I like a lot of ginger in my juices just because I like that bite, but you gotta be mindful of the amount of juice. Like, am I really gonna want to have like a heavily gingery juice for the whole time that I have this juice? Probably not. So I'm just gonna refrain from putting all of that ginger that I would really do in like a single setting. The only thing about this is I don't like to have any skin on here, so I will literally sit here and dig this thing out and like whittle this thing down basically. Oh yes, and the NFL is back too. After this, I'm really about to go watch the game too. See, now we're done. Whole thing is ginger. Like I said, ginger is potent, but I like ginger. I might throw a little. Should I throw a little bit more in there, chat? I don't know. I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna stick to my guns. Put that little bit of ginger in there. We're gonna go for it. Send me a little piece. Actually, I like that piece. All right, here, wait. Get those crevices, get all the peel off. I feel like that's a healthy compromise. Ginger's good for you. It's not gonna be too much more, but it's still gonna make a difference. Because it's a nice little nugget of ginger. So cool. Another nugget. Juice that. Push it out. Not up. Now I like to let it run a little bit just because it's not like instantaneous when you put the fruit in there. It still has to work its way down. So if you just keep letting it go, you're gonna keep getting like a little bit more juice out of it. I just like to let it keep rocking for a second. That's enough. All right, cool. So I'm gonna take this again, strain it. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna do something right now that I normally wouldn't do because I don't like making messes in my kitchen. But we're gonna see if I can pull this off. I got a little strainer, not a strainer, but like a little funnel that I'm gonna use to put this in like one of my little jugs. Then we're gonna go to this. Let's see. All right, let's see.
So this is the jug that I have for my juice. I got this jug from the store, and I think this one was like a limeade or something like that. Arnold Palmer. Golly, an Arnold Palmer. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I would typically do in my sink, but because I'm feeling a little confident in myself today, I'm gonna try to do it right here. Look, maybe I should set up just in case. Maybe I should set up just in case. I feel like this is an appropriate little setup. Cool. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Am I ready? That's the question. All right, gotta take it a little higher. Oh yeah. The focus, the concentration. I'm locked in, chat. We locked in, twin. Perfect. You win. Let's go. No spills. No spills. Clean as a whistle. But yeah, let's taste this actually because I am very interested to see how this tastes. Put a little bit of ice in the cup just to chill it a little bit. And then we're gonna take our freshly pressed juice, swirl it around a little bit, let it get chilly. And cheers. That is good. I love a really pineapple-y juice. If I use pineapples in my juice, hitting. The apples, you taste everything. And then you get that nice acidity from the lemon. It's really good. Chat, I encourage you to start juicing. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up. I got Hatch's Kitchen on Instagram. And, we're here to get better. We're here to learn. We're here to actually be a little healthy sometimes, too. So, yeah, thank you guys for tapping in to Hatch's Kitchen tonight. And happy eating. Talk to you guys later. Really good juice. Really good juice.